this morning, we'll be taking reports from the Punch newspaper. We'll also have Nation, Vanguard, The Explainer, and Alausa Alert. Beginning with the Punch newspaper, fuel crisis. Marketers project 700 billion naira monthly subsidy. With a landing cost of 1,117 naira per litre for premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol, the monthly subsidy on the commodity has increased to about 707 billion naira. Oil marketers projected on Monday. It was also gathered that as the Dangote Petroleum Refinery begins petrol production in August, the company might export the product following the crude oil supply crisis and other regulatory challenges confronting the $21 billion firm. Inflation. OPS opposes fresh interest rate hike as MPC meets today. The organized private sector on Monday warned against a hike in interest rates as the Central Bank of Nigeria's Monetary Policy Committee continues its meeting in Abuja today. This is the fourth NPC meeting of 2024, and at the end of every meeting before now, the committee has increased the benchmark interest rate in a bid to tame the rise in inflation. Court declines to bar Fubara from spending state funds. The Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday declined to grant a motion to stop the governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, from spending from the state's Consolidated Revenue Fund. Rather than grant the motion ex parte, Justice James Nwite asked the plaintiffs to put Fubara and other defendants in the suit on notice. The suit was filed by the faction of the Rivers State House of Assembly loyal to ex-governor Nyesom Wike. Why Osimhen may remain at Napoli. Victor Osimhen playing one more season at Napoli looks increasingly imminent due to reports of emerging twists in his move to Paris Saint-Germain. The Nigerian striker has been the subject of a move away from Napoli this summer, but his €130 million release clause has scared off suitors from his preferred destination, the English Premier League. We move on to the Nation newspaper. Federal government to fund new wage infrastructure with 6.2 trillion naira supplementary budget. The federal government has explained that the 3 trillion naira recurrent component of the 6.2 trillion naira supplementary budget would largely be used to fund the new national minimum wage. Minister of Budget and National Planning, Atiku Bagudu, made this known while addressing the House of Representatives Committee on Appropriation. Shun protests, ACF, Ohaneze tell youths. The Arawa Consultative Forum, ACF, and the Ohaneze Ndigbo yesterday dissociated themselves from the protest being planned by some shadowy groups. Also yesterday, Kaduna State Governor Obasani cautioned North's youths to shun call for protests. The Nigeria Labour Congress NLC, however, urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to address grievances being expressed by those planning the protest. Why banks should pay levy on forex windfall by Edun others. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Olawale Edun, yesterday defended the federal government's proposed one-off levy on the 2023 foreign exchange windfall by banks. The federal government's proposal to tax the bank's gain is contained in the proposed amendment to the 2023 Finance Act before the National Assembly. We move on to the Vanguard. Electricity. Why systems collapse won't end soon. Investigation. There are indications that Nigeria's frequent electricity system collapse will continue because of 10 deep-seated problems facing the power sector and the inability of the government and other stakeholders to find lasting solutions to them in the short term. Checks by the paper yesterday identified the reasons to include obsolete equipment, inadequate gas supply, improper coordination of plants and gas pipelines, lack of operating and spinning reserve and voltage support scheme, lack of reliable supervisory control and data acquisition, vandalism, tripping of critical infrastructure lines, lack of reliable communication facility, lack of visibility on the disco's network, and corruption. 5 abducted Ondo Corps members regained freedom after a 5 million naira ransom. The 5 Corps members abducted 4 days ago by 15 suspected gunmen in Ifon community in Ondo State have gained their freedom after coughing out 5 million naira ransom. Recall that the Corps members were kidnapped along Ifon Owo Highway on their way from Enugu State, where they had undergone the mandatory orientation camp of the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC). From the explainer, Tinubu, renewable energy sector fast growing with $2 billion investment generated. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu during the week in Abuja disclosed that Nigeria's renewable energy sector is fast growing with $2 billion investment already attracted to the economy. The president made this disclosure at the opening of the African Natural Resources and Energy Investment Summit 2024 at the State House Conference Center. We'll take the last one from Alausa Alert. Hamzat tasked army recruits from Lagos on good conduct. Lagos State Deputy Governor Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat has advised the state candidates for the 87th regular recruit intake of the Nigerian Army to be of good conduct. He gave the advice during the visit to the candidates at the military cantonment Ikeja, urging them to be courageous and worthy representatives of the state. While expressing his happiness for their successful enlistment, Hamzat urged them to remain composed and level-headed at all times. Well, that's it. To pick up a copy of any of the dailies, go online to read more. Also, interact with us via our social media platforms: X Traffic Radio 961, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Traffic Radio 961, and follow me across social media at Dele Agadumo.